Siemanko, Maciek MP40, witam was bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku Wędrownika. Dziś taki specyficzny wędrownik, ponieważ jest spotkanie. A z kim jest spotkanie? A z Kasią z TheUwagaPies. Także zapraszam was bardzo serdecznie na relację. Jedziemy do Warszawy, na ulicę Solec 44, do klubu Solec 44. A więc zapraszam na relację z imprezy.
And he's like, oh, I gotta go on a date, bye. And we were like, no, I'm fine. And then we just drank a lot and became friends. And then that's a true story. I'm not lying about any of this. But okay, so we started the business and everything because we had like enough to offer each other, I guess. He had the experience, whereas I had the Japanese knowledge and experience, so it just worked for both of us.
Okay, everyone knows that Kasia prefers to speak English, but Krzysztof and Marcin, they also speak Polish, so what language do you prefer when talking with them?
Okay, so with Marcin, I don't remember how it was. I think we did both. But with Krzysztof, he really wanted to improve his, I'm gonna say Chris, I never call him Krzysztof. So with Chris, he wanted to improve his English, so that just became the default language that we use. And when we speak Polish to each other, we cannot keep it up. It like makes us uncomfortable. So.
Okay, as you said that you're Polish, born in US.
Yeah.
And what language do you use at your home?
Polish with my parents, English with my siblings when my parents aren't around. They still get mad at us if we use English. They like, if we're, like my sister and I will go and close the door and speak English to each other because they get upset. So, but we do that because we don't have like the kind of, we don't have the language vocabulary of like young people. So that's why we prefer English. So.
Okay, mine's very short. After so many days here, can you describe Warsaw in 4 words?
I was going to start with the weather, and that's a terrible start. Okay, what's the word for it has changed? Zmiany. Yeah, okay, so 4 words? I don't know how to do this. Okay, so there was a lot of change, so I'll do 4 things that like stuck out to me. There's been a lot of change since last time I've been here. I think like the last thing I remember is that there was, well, last year doesn't count because I was here only for like 12 hours. I think there was like 1 skyscraper and it just looked weird in Warsaw, whereas now it's part of a skyline. It's surprising because there's a lot of like, you're walking around and there's just a lot of things that you didn't know were there. You see like the really nice parts of the city and then you go behind and there's like a ton of graffiti there and it's pretty cool. 3, hip. I wasn't expecting that either, so that falls into surprising. It's more hip than I expected. And 4, interesting, because it has like this nice mix of like really kind of young, cool, hip people doing things, and then older people holding on to tradition really hard. So that was a way longer answer than 4 words, and I'm sorry.
Okay. So you've been to Tokyo. We meet in Tokyo.
Yes.
Right? And why Japan at all?
Because I want to live on every continent, and Japan was just my next, or Asia was just my next destination, and I always thought Japan was really interesting because it has this nice duality of like maintaining culture but being also very technologically advanced and progressive. And that was very interesting to me. And it was completely different from the US, Poland, and Brazil, which were like the 3 most familiar countries to me at that time. And then other reasons, which I've mentioned in the blog, so watch it.
Okay. Okay, so was deciding on this activity, was deciding on a daily being a very demanding thing to manage. Was that a well thought through decision, or was it just like a spontaneous combustion?
It was not a well thought through decision. It was not. It's not that it was a bad idea, but when we thought about it, we thought about way less than we should have thought about. We just didn't factor in how much it would change our lives. But I guess we couldn't have. I think if we did, we would have just kept thinking about it forever. So I'm happy that we just were like, hey, that's a good idea, yeah, okay, let's do it, yeah. And that's how it kind of went. And then we were just like, well, so we need 2 cameras, and we went to the store and got them. So it was not very well thought out, so.
Okay, but how long will you be filming that?
Okay, so this is something we have never talked about, and I think both of us don't want to bring up the subject because we don't know how to talk about it. So basically, all I know is we talk about like the things we want to do, like 8 months from now for the vlog. So at least 8 more months. That's all. I'm planning on vlogging my sister's wedding in June and my friend's wedding in July. So I'm hoping to make it till then.
Okay, so as a Japanese expert and Polish expert, can you tell us what is the biggest difference between Poland and Japan?
The people.
They are more yellow in Japan, right?
You can make that joke. Well.
How about the transportation?
Yes, yeah. Organization, transportation. I think the general outlook on life is very, very different. It's funny because both countries are very, it's like 90-something% Polish people and like 99% Japanese people in Japan. So both countries have that, but still they have a very different approach to foreigners. So I think that's the thing that's been sticking out to me the most lately.
Okay, so except the day where you guys lost the phone, I don't remember if that was the daily or was it your previous project. So was there any day in particular or any situation when everything went completely not as planned or everything was messed up and you had to fill it in somehow? How did you guys manage?
I think for the most part, no. More often than you think, it's not as planned because there isn't as much planning as people seem to think from what I'm gathering from the comments. So we have probably like 1 or 2 days a week I didn't know that was going to happen. But that's the thing with doing the daily is that you just start to lead this lifestyle where you're like, you kind of see things really, everything's really interesting. And you know you can make it interesting, and so you'll find that one thing and you'll focus on it if your day failed. No.
Okay, so my favorite question about Chris, right? I really like Chris' YouTube channel. I think everyone likes it. And do you watch it? Like, do you enjoy it?
Yes. I mean, I watch it, yes. And I enjoy it, but I think I enjoy it very differently from everyone here. In that you guys probably are laughing at all the jokes and stuff, and I'm just kind of fascinated by the Polish language that I don't know how to use, but I understand. But I don't understand the pop culture, but I understand the language, you know? And it's fascinating for me for it to be cool, because it never is cool in my life. It's always, it's always not cool. So, yeah, so Huh?
Kiedy beczka?
I'll have to ask him. Let's see where my phone is. I'll see if I can get him on my phone. You guys got another question?
Okay, yeah. Since we're talking about Chris, so what's the, except from the obvious, what's the division of labor while making the daily?
This is a good question. Okay, I'm seeing if he's available.
What time is it in Japan?
It's 2:14.
He's working.
Yeah. Okay, the division of labor is that Chris does all the editing, I do filming and uploading and subtitle management, stuff like that. But this is, in the context of the vlog, this seems really unfair, right? Yeah, I know it does. Everyone writes in the comments that I do nothing. So we have a company together, and basically in the company, his job is the vlogs, and my job is everything else. And we support each other, but I maintain this, he maintains this. And of course, the work crosses over, but that would be the division of labor.
So besides work, what do you enjoy with Chris doing in Japan?
We work all the time. It's a vlog, right? What do I enjoy in Japan? I love karaoke. So I actually told you this story yesterday, and I'm telling it again. I arrived Tuesday, and I was at the point in Japan where I was karaokeing 1 to 2 to 4 times a week, and with Adam I went twice. And we hung out maybe 4 times, so to give you some context, I'm pretty obsessed with karaoke. So by Saturday, I just had I couldn't handle not having karaoke. It just became so regular, so I Skyped Gum at 8 in the morning while I was still a little bit drunk and made her sing with me. And it was 3 p.m. for her, and she was completely sober. So I miss karaoke and ramen and sushi. But it's you can't really miss those things because you know you're gonna have them in 3 weeks. So yeah.
Okay, you've mentioned ramen and sushi, and in the dailies, food is a big part of what you're showing us. Was that attempted, or is it just the way it goes? Why so much food? Not that it's a bad thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to...
I know people have to eat, but...
Makes us jealous.
That's why we do it. We want to make people jealous.
Awesome food you have there?
Huh? Yeah. I think it's just such a great topic in Japan. It's such an easy topic in Japan. And it's a topic that both Chris and I really, really enjoy. So if we were not to do it, it would be lying about a large part of our lives, I guess. And it's just so great in Japan. You never have bad food. It's amazing. Yeah.
I have a question. Have you ever tasted ramen in Poland?
No, but I think I will in Kraków, maybe.
One rocker is on Stare Miasto by Takeda Food or something.
I'll try to remember. I was thinking of trying sushi here in Warsaw, and saving the ramen for Kraków. But yeah, I mean, as I said, I miss sushi and ramen, but I haven't really missed it because right now I'm just happy to eat Polish food. So I'll have to wait some time before I'm eating the Japanese food again.
Yeah, yesterday Kasia told me that she bought some sausages and Polish smalec, and she really enjoyed it for
It's true. Yeah, that's all I was eating for the first 3 days. And pierogi.
Okay, so pierogi, bigos, regionally, smalec. Where's your grandmother from?
Oh, she's from Lipnica Murowana.
Wow.
Do you know where that is?
No.
It's where, does anyone know Bochnia? Okay, so Bochnia is by Kraków, Lipnica Murowana is by Bochnia.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. And then my other grandma is from this part of Poland. This southern part here. The one that's not by Kraków. So.
Do your grandparents watch the Daily? Or your family in Poland?
I don't think like anyone in my family watches it. And I have a big family. Actually, no. I know my cousin in Wrocław watches it. And some friends, like I have friends that I know watch it and stuff, but I just have a family that's all kind of like technologically turned off. Like I have 3 siblings and they just don't care about having nice phones or anything. And I respect that lifestyle, so I'm not upset by it. I wish I could just dump my phone and stuff, so yeah. Like my sister goes hiking all the time and it's just not something that they would do, so I wouldn't want to ask them to do it because of me.
Because in one of the dailies, Krzyczysz said that his parents basically see him every day on the daily, and therefore he needs not to call them every other day.
So I've sent the vlog to my parents a few times, and they were just upset about the name. Like they never commented on the vlog. They were just like, "What's that name?" So I don't know if they actually watched it or just like clicked and thought that, oh, this is something she's doing. I don't know. So yeah.
Okay, do you have like hardcore fans, like that are very close to you, who watched every single daily or have comments on every single topic that you guys watch?
Ferrari TV, is he here? No?
Show
Okay.
yourself.
I want to meet him. And I don't know anyone personally who... Chris watches all of them, I guess. I don't know if I know anyone personally who watches all of them. Actually, I do. I do have some friends... Yeah, I do have some friends who've mentioned that they've watched all of them, but I guess I don't think of like pushing that conversation with my friends or anything. So I don't know. I just don't have a real answer for this, I guess. So.
Okay, who from in this room has watched all her vlogs?
Okay, these are the people that are saying they watched all the vlogs. I'm gonna go and question them later. Be prepared. Episode 56, what happened? This one, actually, you guys should know this one.
You ate something.
That's true, but I think this is the one where Chris left for Seoul. At episode 56. Yeah?
I'm pretty sure it was later.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys have a company, Tofu Media. So have you ever gotten a deal because someone saw your vlog?
Okay, so I'm gonna check what Chris said. Okay, hold on.
Albo brykiety, albo dolary.
Tam kurczak. 76 było o tym, że Krzysztof był modelem. Gdzie miał sesję? Krzysiek.
Well, so with that question, I'll just go ahead and answer while I do this. The company is relatively new, so we haven't had like a deal that closed because of it, but we have had deals that have come through because of it that are still like in motion. So, yes.
Okay, would you guys like to know anything more about Japan?
No, not really.
Opening questions to the floor, or hello? Hi. Hold on. Hey, speak. You're on microphone.
Am I?
Yeah. People have a question for you.
Kiedy zapytaj beczkę?
just came here to ask. They just came here to ask me to ask you that. So I feel pretty used. You owe me a lot of money. You owe me a ticket.
That's cool.
Okay, any questions for Chris, or should we just let him go? What are you doing?
Sleeping?
Oh, now people are blaming me for waking you up.
I mean, it's like 3 a.m. So what do you think?
You were not sleeping.
I'm not. So what do you think?
Editing! Working out!
What did you eat today?
I had izakaya food.
Ah,
Like snacks, yeah. With Martin.
cool. All right, well, I think I'll let you go.
I'm good.
But I don't have anything else to say to you. I mean, unless you have something to say.
Tell hello from Solec 44.
How many people are there?
Hold on. Count off. 1, 3, 4, 5.
101.
It's like 200 people.
103.
150 places, but 150 seats.
There are 150 seats.
Yeah, and some people are standing.
Some people are standing. So
And who's doing
Adam is asking questions, and a girl named Ina who had very good questions, so I told her to come asking questions.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Adam says hi.
Well,
Hi.
say hi to Adam.
Okay, I just did. Or he says hi. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let you go, okay? Because I look weird here with this phone.
Well, it's better jest mi miło was usłyszeć. Nie wiem.
Dawno nie mówiłem po polsku.
Polska trudny
Ile
język.
osób było w Solec 44 na spotkaniu parę miesięcy temu, jak byłem tam? Był ktoś?
Podnieście ręce, podnieście ręce.
Ja byłem 3 lata temu.
About 9.
Ja byłem 3 lata temu. 3 years ago.
What did you say? Okay.
It's good though.
All right. I'm gonna let you go now. Bye bye.
Alright. Thank you so much.
Maciek, do you want to do this? Because I'm not doing it.
Okay, so Chris mentioned izakaya. Who knows what izakaya
I know
is?
how to record, yeah?
You want to say what izakaya is?
No.
So izakaya is the place where you can drink and have snacks.
Yeah.
And actually it was the first place we go together, right? Like,
Was it?
Yeah.
The chicken one?
Yeah. Like
With my friend from university. No? I can't remember.
I remember that we get drunk, like
Really?
like everything is so cheap over there, like
In the izakaya.
alcohol.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I remember I'm trying to like lift my seat up so I can see people, but it's not working. The chicken one is the only one I remember. But anyway, I'll take your word for it. I remember the park too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time was in the park.
Yeah, I think so.
So, where's your bike? Last time you left, it was nowhere to be found.
Really? Wait, where did I leave my bike? I think I left it by the side of my apartment, but there's a good chance it won't be there when I get back. Because there's no legal parking near my apartment, and this is really boring. The last time they did a legal sweep around there was in January, so I think they're going to do it again soon. In case you guys are wondering when they're picking up bikes in Tokyo.
Episode 56.
Here, maybe let's start with questions from the audience.
Sure. You guys got questions?
Does Anyone got a question?
You guys can ask in Polish or in English, and I will answer in English.
Chodzi mi na przykład o ceny, porównanie cen jedzenia, alkoholu w Polsce i wie Pani. Na pewno w Polsce jest taniej, ale czy jest to bardzo odczuwalna różnica?
Yes, so it seems that like a craft beer place here, your most expensive beer is like $8 or something. Am I correct? And like a nice craft beer place, like your most expensive would be like 24 zł, right? Yeah? Okay, so like in a nice craft beer place in Tokyo, your cheapest will be like 800 yen, so about like 24 zł. So yeah, the price difference is very big. It's I think it works out where the US is about the, no, that's not true. The US is probably more similar to Japan than Poland in prices.
Have you seen any difference between personal culture in Japan and in Poland? I mean, Japanese are said to be very cultural persons and no kultura osobista.
A co, Polacy nie są kulturalni? Różnica między
Yes, so maybe this is what I was telling you yesterday.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so one thing that I noticed at walking around with the camera is that a lot of people here stare at me and seem to be upset even, or just not pleased that I'm filming, or I walked on the metro and I filmed the metro and the whole train was just staring at me. And this is something that wouldn't happen in Japan. Or if I come out and I'm like, if I were to be dressed a bit differently, everyone would stare at you here, and it wouldn't happen in Japan. So this ties into my idea that both Japan and Poland are known for being quite conservative countries, but in Japan the idea is that if it doesn't bother me, I'm just not going to say anything, whereas in Poland, no, they definitely say something, or they'll let you know that they're thinking it. So there is a difference in that culture, I think. So.
Thanks.
Does that answer the question? No? Okay. If you want to ask again, after this guy, I guess.
Kiedy możemy się spodziewać otwarcia szkoły tańca, bo te tańce są po prostu...
Are you coming to Tokyo, or do you want us to open it here? You know, I guess we have to, it's on our business plan, and it's looking like it'll happen late 2016. So start buying your tickets. Yeah. I don't know, we're not doing it, that's in case anyone doesn't understand sarcasm. We might do tutorial videos though.
Maybe let's not talk the mic.
Maybe let's just like
Just yell.
Yeah, let's yell. Yeah.
So I'm curious about your Japanese. Can you speak it, and if so, how well?
My Japanese is very functional. It's like I can do everything I need to do to survive, including like banking, restaurants, shopping, small talk, karaoke, getting the best karaoke price. But it's not conversational because of just because of the way, like in Japan, you have to, if you want to pass this bridge, you really have to dedicate a lot of time to it, and I haven't had the time because I first went to Japan to work, and then I started a company, and now I have a company and I'm vlogging. So, yeah, hopefully that'll change.
English teacher in Japan. I bet that for you, as someone from the United States, it's easier to find a job as an English teacher in Japan. But
yes.
Have you met someone from Europe, European countries, for example from Poland, who is teaching English in Japanese schools?
I don't think I've met a Polish person, but I know a Portuguese person who grew up in Switzerland, who teaches English, if that helps. He has a Portuguese/French accent. So it's like, He clearly doesn't sound like a native English speaker, and he's teaching it, if that answers your question.
So they are not only want to hire people from native speaking, native, they don't want to hire only natives, but they want to hire other people from other countries as well?
The general rule is that they do want to hire mostly natives, and that when they hire non-natives, it's the exception. But there are exceptions. Yes?
Czy przez to, że z Krzyśkiem kręcicie vlogi z różnych krajów, był problem kiedyś, że nie mogłeś mi wysłać wideo, dlatego twoje wideo było krótsze? Bo nie miałaś internetu?
Has that happened? No. No, it hasn't happened yet. My apartment has great internet so far, and I think it's going to happen when I'm in Kraków and I go to Litnica Murowana. There's terrible internet there. Don't go there if you are in IT or tech.
Is your trips affect negatively on your company?
No, we do a lot of our work remotely. The biggest issue is that we're not there for meetings, but this is something that, well, he's there, I'm not there, but like soon that won't be an issue either, once we like expand more.
But Chris is in Korea.
He's not as of yesterday. Yeah, so it's okay.
5 days, sorry.
It's okay. I won't actually school anyone, so it's okay. Yeah, all of our work can be done remotely, so that gives us a lot of liberty. But for like pursuing new work, it's good for us to be there.
Is that true that European guys are really the Japanese girls are like?
Yes.
I heard it's true. I heard that they are really popular with buddies.
This is a very deep topic. Do you want me to get into it?
Yes.
Half of the South wanted.
It is true on the surface, but at the same time, like the Western people who are there for a long time are basically assumed to be like your equivalent of like a dirty old man, like just looking for a cheap opportunity. So it's like a double-ended sword. Yes.
I'm curious. How much time do you spend with camera? Really whole day?
Are you guys brothers? Are you guys twins?
Yeah.
What are your names?
Tomasz and Łukasz.
Tomasz and Łukasz. Which one's older?
I am. 2 minutes difference.
Okay, that's what I was waiting for. It's only 2 minutes. Well, what was the question? Camera. I spend like all the time with my camera. When I don't have it, I like kind of freak out that I lost it. So I didn't lose it. It's always there. Q&A days. Like on Q&A days, I have to prepare myself for the fact that I'm not going to be carrying it. So.
Addiction?
What? It's become like a comfort zone actually. Okay. So I don't even know how. It's not that like I'll start using it to ease a situation. It's just become something comfortable, I think.
How do you deal with the differences in sizes of clothes and shoes between Japan, Poland, and the US?
Poland and the US?
And Japan. I think because like the Japanese people are really, really small, and like the sizes, you said that you can finally find shoes that fit you.
Okay, so like Japan to Poland and Japan to US, not Poland to US. Okay, so Japan, I just don't buy shoes in Japan. I buy men's shoes if I need sneakers, and then over here, one of the things I'm gonna do is buy shoes. So that's what I do. When I go, like one of my trips yearly is to a big shoe size country. And it's Poland this year. And then another thing is, this is the logistics of my shoe shopping. Also, my parents are going to bring me shoes because I'm going to see my parents in Kraków, and that's how I deal with it. And then when friends visit me, I order shoes. I'm really happy that I got to talk about my shoe shopping. No, but it's a relevant question. And then with the size of clothing, it's not so bad.
It's size 0 and...
It's not that bad. There are a lot of Japanese girls that are my size, and there are a lot of Japanese girls that are tiny. So it's more like it's from tiny to a bit bigger than me. So I'm falling a decent spectrum. The thing is that the body shape is very different, so it's just kind of does weird things to how you just look worse in it in the clothes a lot of the time.
I'm curious as to what kind of stereotypes of Polish people have you encountered, like in the US or in Japan?
In Japan, I don't know if there are many stereotypes of Polish people.
But how about the US? And how do they compare to your experiences?
In the US, there are a ton of stereotypes about Polish people, especially in Chicago. You know, like jokes like how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb? How many Polish people does it take to screw in a light bulb? And you know, I don't remember the punchline. So 11, I think, or 2, or 7, I don't know. What other jokes are there? There's a lot of the jokes, but you know, like, there are people who say it to be mean, but there are also just your friends who are like Mexican American or Italian American, and they'll say it to you, and you'll say one of theirs to them, and then you're like, whatever, and you don't care. So that's how it is most of the time. There's, you know, but the biggest stereotype that's kind of very pervasive is that Polish people are stupid. So, yeah. And for some reason, I never understood this one. Only my ex thought Polish women are hairy, and he's the only one that like heard this somewhere, and he doesn't know from where. So, huh? Yeah, that one was weird. I hope you didn't record that. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Czy z racji tego, że jesteś w Polsce, na przykład bardziej pilnujesz kamery czy coś? Wiadomo, że... Bo wiele razy było poruszane, że w Japonii nie kradną i w ogóle... A wiadomo jak to jest w Polsce.
Yeah, this is an interesting topic. For example, I haven't done like walking shots here. I think I've done one in like the Pałac Kultury, because I was pretty sure no one was going to steal it there. Or they'd at least get stopped by the elevator so I could catch them, right? But I'm not doing like walking shots on the street or... you know, in Japan, I've gone to do my laundry, put my camera on a pole to do a time-lapse, grabbed my laundry, and went back to get my camera on the pole that was like, you know, 50 meters away. So I'm not doing that here. But at the same time, a lot of it is because everyone's telling me that it's really dangerous. And it's making me react differently than if I approached it the way I did. And I think the more scared you act, the easier of a target you become, so I wish people kind of stopped saying it. And I think I'd be more comfortable with it, you know? Because like I lived in Brazil, and Brazil everyone's like, it's dangerous, it's dangerous, it's dangerous. But the more you act like that, the more of a target you become. So, and I think that kind of applies to everywhere you go. So, I mean, but still, I wouldn't just leave it anywhere. That's
okay, the lovely by the window wanted to say something.
I want to ask how tall is Gamma compared to you?
Oh, she's shorter than me. She's like as short as my older sister, which would put her at 2 or 3 inches shorter. So that's like 9 centimeters shorter, or something like this. Is that right? She's like this tall. Okay. Yeah?
Jak ludzie w Polsce reagują na ciebie z kamerą przed sobą?
They stare a lot. Yeah, they're not really, they're like, you're weird and self-involved. So, yeah.
Is Gamma coming to Poland?
Do you want me to call her?
Yeah.
She might be awake.
Call Sabrina.
Call everyone.
Okay, let's just keep going while I search for her.
Make a conference with Sabrina and Gamma.
Oh, I got a message. Zapytaj Beczkę is going to be there next week. Yo, inform the people. And a dog sticker. Huh? Yeah, that's Gudatama. So Gudatama and an egg, and Gudatama staying warm with a piece of bacon. Let's see where Gama is. Is she coming to Poland? I don't know. She's going to be in Vienna if you guys want to go meet her during Christmas. Okay.
The dates.
It's probably, she's gonna kill me. Probably December 2nd until about December 22nd to about January 5th. That's usually when foreigners in Japan take their time off. I'm gonna check if Agama's awake. Okay, next question. Yeah?
Mówiłaś, że jadłaś sushi w Polsce.
Nie jadłam jeszcze.
Jeszcze?
Okej. I plan to.
Chciałem zapytać, jakie jest porównanie typowo azjatyckiego tutaj, a jak ono rzeczywiście smakuje w Japonii?
From what I understand, you guys mostly have like rolls and stuff, right? Yeah, so this is not really considered sushi in Japan. This is like maki, and I like it. I like this stuff. It's just a different food for me. But I mean, I don't think I'm gonna dislike it. It's just gonna be different. Yeah?
So, does Chris have any funny habits or something that he tries to hide while he's in front of the camera?
Does he have funny habits he tries to hide in front of the camera?
Or quirks?
Huh.
Which one first?
No, I think maybe I have more. I mean, I'm not conscious of them.
So we can go to my second question.
Yeah?
You can tell us about your funny habits.
Well, I guess I'm also not conscious of them. So I noticed that I touch my face and nose a lot.
Yeah, you do this.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not drunk. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, some girls do this. I don't know. I don't think I do that a lot. I don't know.
You touch your glasses a lot.
Yeah, this thing is like a life habit. A lot of glasses. Glasses people unite. The glasses thing is more out of the fact that I've been wearing glasses for 16 years of my life, I think. So it's like a comfort. So that's really a comfort zone. I'm not comfortable taking off my glasses ever. Yeah.
So you and Chris have been mostly apart now. You've been mostly in Japan, here in South Korea. And do you plan on staying on course that you're in different countries vlogging, or do you maybe, or are you gonna unite in one country?
When I get back to Poland or to Japan, we'll be in the same place for a while, and then we don't know what we're gonna do. We haven't decided if we want to go somewhere and vlog there together or apart. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Can you rob Albany?
So someone have I have the lyrics. Do you guys want me to, or is it just the one request? This is gonna be embarrassing. Okay. I'm getting nervous.
Pretend nobody's watching.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay. Oops. That doesn't work for me. I've gone to an onsen, so I have seen a lot of people naked. So it's not like it doesn't do anything. What's the one? Napad na bank. Okay. This is really funny. Any questions while I look for this?
może odpowiadając na pytanie kolegi o sushi, to ja często jem sushi właśnie w Polsce i powiem wam, że to jest kompletnie inny poziom. To jest coś, czego nie da się w ogóle porównać.
Czyli trzeba powiedzieć, że to są dwa inne dania.
Tak, to są dwa kompletnie inne dania, inaczej przyrządzają. Świeżość ryb jest całkowicie inna i znalazłeś już? You found it?
Yeah, so should I start from the beginning? Oh god, so many phones. Why did I agree to this? An iPad?
Yeah.
Okay. If anyone wants to join me, parkuję na ręcznym pod bankiem Audi, wybiegają do środka czerwone kamieniarki. Podchodzę do kasy, kopytem celuję w pysk i mówię habala, habala, habala has. Wszyscy leżą na ziemi zesranie. I can't say these words. Okay. How old are you guys?
Old enough.
Okay. Ochroniarzowi krew leci z bani, Borykson w rękach trzyma dynamit, wyjebał was w kosmos, gang z Albanii, ściągaj swego męża, dziwko, złote okulary, bo mam takie same zawsze, chciałam mieć dwie pary. Dawaj to kurwa, bo ci zajebie z bani, a ty skurwielu, hakuj hajs do Samary, ram pam pam, jeb, szukam paliwa. And are the people in the rest of the restaurant hearing this? Okay, so I'll stop there, if that's okay with you guys. Thank you guys, thank you very much. Any more questions? Yeah?
Czy próbowałeś na przykład strojów japońskich, wiesz, kimono i karty, coś takiego, jeśli tak, to jak się
I tried yukata, but not a kimono, and I like yukatas when I'm in an onsen, but I don't like them when I'm in like public, because in an onsen you're just supposed to wear them and it's kind of natural, but in public I know that it doesn't like fit me the right way and I feel very uncomfortable. There was one in the far back.
Yes, that was me.
With the American flag. Sure, awesome.
I have two things. One is that the flat, the music composer for your vlogs, sends his best wishes.
Ah, thank you.
He's very sad that he couldn't make it to you. And the second one is that I have a confession to make. Because...
Oh no, are you not the guy that's trying to marry me? Okay. No, there's another one.
Are you the one who's trying to marry Gamma?
You make me ramen, like...
I scare you. What? Wait, I make you what? Oh, okay. I thought you said you make me traumatized. Okay.
For you for letting me discovering ramen. It's so great.
Oh, great! Awesome. I'm really happy that I did that for you. I really thought I was going somewhere bad. This comment. You seemed like really nervous. So.
But you can't get this ramen here. Like it's impossible.
Okay.
In Solec there's...
I like your glasses.
Thank you.
There's Polish ramen this month in Solec.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
A great chef, Alexander Baron.
Okay.
So
we'll have to try
I
it.
don't know if I can recommend it. But yeah, there's some Polish ramen.
Okay.
There's a place in the city center called Enough Street Food, I think. I haven't been there, but it's mostly ramen.
Okay.
Chciałem zapytać, czy Warszawa jest tak jakby przyjazna dla ludzi z zagranicy, zwłaszcza w porównaniu do Tokio i Seulu?
Jeszcze raz.
Czy Warszawa jest przyjazna dla ludzi z zagranicy w porównaniu
Przyjazna?
do Tokio? No, nie
Foreign friendly.
Jakby przemieszczać i w ogóle...
It's hard for me to answer because I know Polish, so I can't tell you if I'm rating only English or Polish or I have no idea. I can't answer that. I think it's foreigner friendly, like for travel, and the people speak a decent amount of English, more than Tokyo or Korea. But people are like, when you ask people they have like a different approach. They like kind of seem like you're bothering them when you ask them for something, so that makes it like a little bit less foreigner friendly. I don't know, maybe because I ask in Polish. Maybe if I asked in English, people would be more excited.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah? Okay. Okay. So.
Yeah, actually Japan is really tourist friendly. There's tourist points everywhere. You can get maps, you can get discounts as a foreigner, so if that answers your question.
Yeah.
When a Polish person hears that someone asking a question in Polish, they go, oh my god, some idiot is lost.
Yeah.
When they hear English, like, oh my god, I can help the tourists.
No, not really.
Okay, so some people get scared, that's true. Like, oh my god, I can't speak English.
Okay, who has a question? I want to pick someone who hasn't asked me one. I'll go with you two. I'll start with you.
No, I was just fixing my head.
Oh, sorry, right behind you actually. No worries.
Is living in Tokyo much more expensive than the rest of Japan?
Yes, it is. So the first place I lived was Nagoya, and I had like this really awesome flat for like 45,000 yen. And in Tokyo, you couldn't have it. And it was right next to the main station. In Tokyo, that's impossible. What else? Food is more expensive in Tokyo. I think then like, I think taxes are more expensive in central Tokyo too, like property taxes. So, yeah.
Possible to survive in Tokyo for 15 months.
15 months?
15 months.
50 man. Oh, 50 man. $500.
Like $1,050.
What?
$500.
$500. 1,500. Okay, is it possible? Yeah, I think it's possible, but it's not fun or comfortable. And, yeah?
Yeah, my question was very similar to those previous ones, but maybe I will add another one. What about finding a job there? Is it more difficult because I'm a foreigner or just...
So again, this is where I have like a ton of privilege and it's pretty easy for me. I think it's more difficult for a non-English speaker. But I also believe that, no, the initial step is the hardest part. Once you have the visa, you can find a job in most companies as long as you have a visa. So the hardest part is getting like the first job or the initial visa, which could be a student visa. That's an easier way. So, yeah, you in the back.
Who originally came up with the idea of the channel name, TheUwagaPies? Other names in mind?
Yeah, we wanted to do something like different with. We wanted to incorporate travel and our like Polish Americanism, and so. But we always were sometimes we liked dumb. We like słuchary. So that was so we just said it and we're like, yeah, let's do that. Like we said it as a joke and they're like, yeah, let's use it as the channel. So, and because it works, like it sounds like it's easy to say in many languages. So, yeah.
When Chris was coming to Seoul, he bought a SIM with unlimited LTE for $50, and he said it's really cheap.
Yeah.
So how much you pay for a phone?
Oh, it's expensive. You get like, what does Chris have? Because my plan's different. He has 5 gigabyte, I think, LTE for a month for about 10,000. So for about 10,000 yen, about $100, and that doesn't include free. That's like free texting to people at SoftBank or the same company, except for the hours of like 9 to 1 a.m. and free calling for the people at the same company, except for the hours of 9 to 1 a.m. And then other companies you pay. So it's much more expensive. Yeah.
Do you have feelings about the Chris and? I would love to see you together, getting together. And what do you think about him as a man of your life?
Wow, straight to the point. I can't even just say like no. I was expecting to say no. No. What do I feel about him? He's a nice person, and we're like best friends, and I think we're... what if he put me in the friend zone, though? Did anyone think about that? Anyone? One person, thank you.
It's not like ask her to get out of the friend zone, and you're working out now.
Huh? He's working out now? Yeah, he's a nice guy, and we're... we're really amazing friends. Yeah, I think he really likes being my friend. Like, I feel like I'm justifying it here, but I think like for him it's really important too, because I was like a good buffer for him to be introduced to Japan, so it's like neither of us would ever want to ruin that for each other. So.
What do you think about people who ship you?
Ship me?
Ship you with Chris.
Oh, like me and Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's a natural thought. I'm not upset about it. It's just, I mean, the thing is there's really no way to talk myself out of it, right? So, yeah. Yeah.
How do you work with this time gap? Between Warsaw and Tokyo now is 9 hours, and you have to deliver the results.
Yeah, I adjust to it more than he does, I think. So I make a point. I came with like 2 memory cards, so I make a stop usually in the middle of the day to upload files, and then I'll upload files later, so that even if something happens, I'll have half of my files. Today we had to do some client work, so I was just up at like 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning, and I did some work, and then I took a nap at like 10 for like 45 minutes. So I basically just kind of wake up and go to sleep depending on what I have to do.
I have a question.
Yeah?
How does healthcare work in Japan?
Healthcare?
Yes.
It's good. You get, if your company is like, if you're at a big company, this is a funny question to answer. If you're at a big company, the company will pay like half of your insurance, and then I think you still pay some deductible at the doctors or something. If you don't have, if you're not at like one of those really established companies, then you have national health insurance as opposed to social health insurance. And on national health insurance, you pay a certain amount of money to the government monthly, and this amount is decided based on your previous year's earnings. And so when you first enter Japan, you don't have any earnings from the previous year, so you have really cheap insurance. And then you pay a deductible when you go to the doctor. For me, it's something amazing because in the US, you can really, really have big issues with insurance. So for me, it's really amazing.
And does Japanese doctors have different attitude, behavior, or the company?
That's a good question. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, absolutely they do. So I make a point of like going to doctors who studied or worked abroad or worked at a military base, because they're used to foreigners, and foreigners in Japan, you just don't question anything the doctor says, whereas in the US, you're just like, oh, but why would that happen, and are there any other things I can do? So I kind of appreciate that communication more with the doctors who worked or studied abroad.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Does it really happen women propose to men in Japan? The other way?
Are you looking for something specific in Japan? Do they propose?
I read an article 2 years ago about something like this, that a woman proposed to a man, and it's not like just one situation.
Really? Happens. I don't know anything about that. I can't imagine it being normal. Maybe it, I don't know. No idea. So. Yeah, I have no idea. Huh?
Question, because we all know
that are like different than differences between Poland and Japan?
Okay, so differences that are okay.
I think that the similarities between Poland and US, which is difference between Japan and
No, I meant that.
Like so, the difference between Poland and Japan that is different from the difference from Japan and America. Yeah. Okay, I understand.
Are the differences different?
Do you have any ideas?
Yeah.
What is this?
Water and juice. Non-alcoholic.
Thank you. Well, that's good.
So what was the question? Like the whole question? Because I walked
The differences between Japan and Poland that are different from the differences between the U.S. and Japan. I think what I was
came up with that.
I think what I was saying earlier about Polish conservatism versus Japanese conservatism. In the U.S., it's hard for me to like think about this because like I have to think about a few things here. But in the U.S., you have a whole nother thing, the spectrum of things that can happen because there's a lot more variety there, a lot more different type of people, a lot more different cultures. So, so the difference between there is that anything can happen in the U.S., whereas in Poland and Japan, you'll expect like more or less one type of reaction, but you can't really say that about the U.S. So about like how people would react to you being different and stuff. So.
Już dosyć długo mieszkasz w Japonii. Czy traktujesz swoje mieszkanie w Japonii jako dom, czy takie miejsce do spania tymczasowe?
So this is something that Ina touched on earlier. I look at a home as Japan is home, America is home, and Poland is kind of home. So it's not that I was ever. I just became comfortable in both U.S. and in Japan, and there's a certain familiarity over here. So.
Is it really common that men in Japan are the common salarymen and they earn money, and women stay in the home and take care of the children and the house?
Yes, it's a very pervasive part of the culture. It's like everywhere you look. It's it seems that couples can't seem to like adjust to any other lifestyle together. So if they don't want that lifestyle, they just rather not be in a couple, like not be part of a couple, rather than change the couple. Nothing else?
Gdzie według Ciebie Twoje życie jest najprostsze? Japonia, Brazylia, Stany, Polska?
Where's my life the simplest? Simplest how? I can answer in like many ways. So my life is simplest in Japan because I don't have to think about anyone but myself. My life is simplest in the US because I don't have to think as much in general. Everything's something that I know. I never thought about like a life in Poland. It's just a place I come to and visit, and I know I have family and stuff. But I imagine it'd be, I don't know, I have no idea what my life would be like here. I think I'd just adjust. In Brazil, I was like a student, and I don't know if I can even really, I mean, everything was simple there because no one cares about anything there. It's such a relaxed country and they just want to party. So it's really simple to be there, but it had a lot of social and cultural issues which made it difficult to just like kind of live without questioning it. So, yeah.
Jeśli chodzi o jedzenie, widziałam, że jadłeś bardzo dziwne rzeczy. Czy masz coś, czego byś nie zjadła albo ci bardzo nie smakuje?
Yes. Cilantro or coriander is what you guys call it. Coriander? Colendra. Yeah, I don't like coriander. Okay, that's lie. I'll eat it if there's guacamole. And then I also don't like shiso, which is like another herb in Japan that kind of has this similar thing to coriander, where it like tastes soapy or something. Yeah? Yeah, so I don't like these two things. As far as raw things, I can mostly eat everything, but I just rather choose not to have things with a certain texture. But I'll eat them if they're there, but I won't like order them on my own. So. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I got a question. Have you tried to do the hitchhike in Japan? I heard it's really unpopular back then.
Yeah, I have actually.
I heard that people look funny at you when you try to explain what hitchhiking is, because it's not common at all.
Where did you hear it?
Well, actually, I read it in a book about Japan, but it was about Japan from the 80s, early 90s.
Okay. So I'll explain what I know about it. There's very mainstream culture in Japan that is kind of what everyone defines Japan by. But there are a lot of subcultures, you just don't see them because they're... In Japan it's kind of like, don't ask, don't tell. I just live a different lifestyle and this is all, right? But so there are hitchhikers, and the general rule of thumb is that if you're going to hitchhike, you have to like make your way onto the highway to do it, and then there are people who will do it. But if you try to hitchhike from the center of a city, it won't really work. I hitchhiked an island because I took the wrong bus and I got stuck in the rain, and the next bus was coming in like an hour, and so I was just like, I'll see if someone picks me up, and people were super happy to pick me up, so instead of trying the buses, I just hitchhiked the rest of the trip there, and it was awesome. But it was also a very easy place to hitchhike because it was a round island and there was just one road, and so like no one was going to be bothered if they were going to be, you know, everyone had to go in the circle. And it was great. I had a great time doing it, and I've meant to hitchhike since then on like the main islands, just haven't had time to do it yet.
Yes, you have business in Japan. Yeah?
Yes.
So you probably hear about deflation in Japan. Do you have some issue with that?
Deflation?
Yeah, but decrease the price index.
Yeah.
Lack of demand, yeah? Something like that. Do you feel it?
Like the actual value of the yen, or the
when we have deflation, we have problem with demand. You have, do you feel this?
No, because our company tailors generally to companies who want to be more international, so the focus is more external, which still exists. Yeah.
You don't feel problem with economy in Japan?
No. I don't have a problem with it.
Did you expect that so many people gonna be here?
No.
How do you feel about that?
I'm really shocked and honored and humbled. So thank you very much. Yeah, it's like I'm like a little bit emotional. Oh, okay, that's gonna be awesome. Really awkward. Let's do it. Group hug, everybody. Yeah.
Is homelessness a thing in Tokyo?
Yes. There's a lot of homeless people, and people don't really notice how many there are because not everyone looks homeless, and they are homeless. There's a huge issue. It's a lot of times it revolves around like a failed salaryman lifestyle or something like this. I'm gonna check the time, okay? And gamma. Someone interrupt to me. It's not gamma. Okay, it's 8:13. Should we keep going with questions, or do you guys want to like, I don't know, do something else?
Hang out with me.
You guys want to dance? Oh, we should do a like big dance thing. Yeah. Okay, let's set that up, and then I'll huh?
You should dance to Dream On, you know the theme.
Oh yeah, yes. Anyone want to play it or something? I don't know how to get that going. Wait, someone said they had one last question. I'm gonna give it to him because he hasn't asked one. Yeah, sure. I can make your friends jealous if you want to do that.
Ameryka jest ogromnym krajem i w jakiej części udało Ci się ją zobaczyć?
I haven't traveled much around the U.S. I just kind of had this outlook on life that the US and Europe are too easy, so they weren't that interesting. So I wanted to go to like the places that everyone's like, don't go there. Those are really interesting to me. Well, I mean, this is more like family, right? For me, visiting family and stuff. But no, like I think, you know, one day I'm gonna be 60 and I'm gonna not want to go to a jungle that's 40 degrees. So I'm happy that I did it now, and then I'll go to France where it's nice and cushy, so and easy. But yeah, so in the US I saw like the furthest west I've gone is Colorado because my sister lives there, and Florida, New York, Pennsylvania, and then every year I used to go to like Wisconsin and Michigan for blueberry picking because my parents like blueberries. So.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am? So you guys should know if you watch the vlogs. How old? 8.
From the US, it's say 21, at least.
Are you guys, did you guys not see my birthday one? Come on. Yeah, so many people said they saw every single vlog. Yeah. I had a 19-year-old hitting on me. He's like, I thought you were 20. I was like, you're lying. It was awkward. No, I'm 26. So.
Do you still have time to watch American TV shows like Ellen or I don't know anything else? And why do Americans hate Trump so much?
Why shouldn't we hate Trump? I watch some YouTube things like Jimmy Fallon. I love Ellen, and Jimmy Fallon like kills it for both TV and internet. He's really good at doing it across both. I watch, what's the one that everyone's watching? Game of Thrones, and I watch the other one that everyone's watching, House of Cards. My guilty pleasure for a while was Modern Family, so I thought that I liked that one. It was really heartwarming. They always are so happy at the end. So.
I have a question. What does what does you like in Japan and dislike?
What do I like and dislike in Japan? Okay, so this is a very deep topic too, so I'll just like say one for each. So I dislike the extreme sexism, and I like the respect for other people. It's very, very, very high. Yeah? Yeah?
What kind of music do you like the most?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I've listened to music in a while. I just like, I don't have time. Whatever everyone else is playing is what I like right now. I used to kind of really like indie and hip hop, and I love R&B. When Chris and I started to become friends, we like went together through a country music phase. Yeah, I started to introduce it to him as a way to annoy him, and then we both liked it. And when we were in Chicago, we went to a country music concert, which was the most American thing I have done in my life. It was a country music concert on a baseball stadium, where in the middle of it, soldiers walked out. So,
Actually, Kasia has her must sing songs, right, in karaoke.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, if you go to karaoke with me more than once, there's like, did you go to karaoke with me?
I didn't get a chance.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm sad about it.
Oh wow, that's weird. I thought I went to karaoke with everyone who visited. Okay, but anyway, yeah, I have like a list I go through every time. It usually starts off with something like Backstreet Boys, and ends with Con te partirò. If anyone watches my Snapchat, they've seen that many times. So.
And do you sing more in English or Japanese?
English. There's more like emotion in English songs, I think, so they're more fun. I was never into anime. I've tried, it's never caught my interest. It just I don't know when I've been in a movie theater last. Movies get to Japan so late that by the time they get there, there's no hype like among the foreign community, so you just kind of don't do it as much as I did in the US. In the USA, I probably went to the movies like twice a month, and in Japan, I think the last time was like at least before we started blogging.
You are reading a lot of books, and you have a problem with buying English books. Why don't you use a Kindle or some other e-book reader?
I do have an e-book reader, and I just like books more, I guess. That's all.
Because in Poland there's people that like books, they say they like the smell of the book.
Yeah, I think like I love to read a book and keep it like in perfect condition by the end. I always feel like I succeeded at something. So, yeah.
Can I get a photo with you? Because I want to go on my mom.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll vlog it.
You want me to organize that?
Yeah, you guys want to dance? Yeah. Okay. So you guys stand up or something. I don't know.
Everyone grab their chairs.
All right, let's do a selfie. Ready? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
No i już po spotkaniu według mnie było naprawdę super, można było pogadać, pośmiać się, posłuchaliśmy odpowiedzi na pytania, pozadawaliśmy pytania, pogadaliśmy też z Krzysiem, więc według mnie było naprawdę bardzo fajnie. No i mam nadzieję, że kiedyś się zobaczymy wspólnie, także Kasiu, jeśli to oglądasz, wbijaj znowu do Warszawy, wbijaj ponownie do Polski, kiedyś tam zaplanuj sobie taką wizytę i znów kiedyś tam zrób spotkanie. Czekam też na spotkanie z Krzyśkiem Gonciarzem, mam nadzieję, że się uda zorganizować i znowu się spotkać tak jak 3 lata temu w Solcu, bo też było spotkanie związane z publikacją webshows, z premierą webshows. No i cóż, ja powoli wracam do domu, idę montować ten materiał. Tymczasem dziękuję wam bardzo serdecznie za obejrzenie. Jeśli byliście, to mam nadzieję, że przypomnieliście sobie ten wspaniały event. Jeśli nie, no to mieliście okazję zobaczyć, co się działo w Warszawie na Solcu. No, tak więc lajkujcie, subskrybujcie, komentujcie. Ja wracam do domu, mam nadzieję, że zmontuję to jak najszybciej. No i cóż, do zobaczenia w jakichś innych produkcjach, także nara.